As we still reflect back on last season, this one's gotten busier in the short term, but a year ago, Hurricane Helene tore across the southeast. What began as a coastal crisis quickly turned into a devastating inland flooding disaster, especially across western North Carolina. But through the wreckage, a powerful story of resilience has emerged. It's been 12 months of neighbors helping neighbors, rebuilding not just homes, but also a sense of hope and normalcy, community. Fox Weather's Brandy Campbell is live in Asheville with a closer look at the recovery and the strength that's been carrying these communities forward. And Brandy, as you've spoken to folks there, we've been telling some of these important stories all week. That is the theme, man. It is resilience. It's such a beautiful part of the country. These folks have so much pride in it, and they're building it back, but that's been a process.
Ian, it's really just been seeing a lot of folks just taking care of one another during such a time of need. I want to give you some perspective of where we are here in Asheville, though. We are in the River Arts District. So behind me, this was a location where you could buy art, again, in the River Arts District. So the building behind me, as you can tell, hasn't had much done to it since Hurricane Helene. A lot of that damage still remains. And for more perspective, on September 27th of last year, there are photos showing water reaching the rooftop of this building. So obviously they haven't been able to come back. I saw online where the company, they are still, working, doing pop-ups and such. But as we continue to pan to the left, it shows the other side of recovery. You have the marquee right there. They just had their re-grand opening yesterday, and I heard they had a very large crowd of support. So you have different vendors inside right there. You can see people walking in, selling creative pieces and decor, maybe for your home. And on their website or Facebook, they gave a shout out to Operation Blessing, saying, they are a big reason why they were able to reopen. So for my reporting this week, I've been focusing a lot on, let's just say, the heroes, the people who have helped push progress along here in western North Carolina. So earlier, I spoke with Duke Energy's spokesperson because power outages after Helene, they were a big issue. According to their spokesperson, majority of customers, they did get power back by mid-October. Keep in mind, Helene hit on September 27th. But in some of the hardest hit areas, it, of course, took much longer. Some of those power outages extended for another month. And today, there are still some places that were destroyed that will then need help getting that power connected once they are rebuilt. Their linemen, another key player in getting this region back up and running. Take a listen.
Infrastructure damage was on a scale that we've never seen in this part of the state before. Just the hundreds of substations that were impacted, thousands of miles of line that were affected. And so it took an army of about 20,000 line and tree workers here, including crews from 19 states and Canada. Many of our employees were going through personal things themselves. They had homes destroyed, maybe losses in their family. This was the first storm that we've ever had grief counselors here just because of the things that they were experiencing firsthand. To see a street of lights come on and to hear people come out and say thank you meant so much.
All right. So today, a much different scene. If you look around, you see a lot of new power poles that are up. And of course, people able to get much further in their recovery here, thanks to what they did. Now, looking forward, while we are also looking at that 1-year anniversary, we are still current and keeping in mind of the weather that's impacting us now. And so going into this weekend, we do have a flood threat here in western, or really much of the Carolinas. We could see about a half-inch of rain, I'm told, over the weekend. But depending on with this area of investigation that we're watching, 94L, that we're keeping an eye on, depending on where it goes, that might bring on more rain to this region. I actually also visited Devil's Foot Beverage Company. They were another company that took a pause on their normal operations and decided to give back to their community. I asked them about this very thing, the weather that's coming in during this hurricane season. Here's what they said.
Fingers crossed that everybody stays safe. I mean, the coast is probably going to get hit pretty bad as well. So, yeah, I mean, it puts us on edge, but, to my point, we're some strong folks around here. So,
oh, is this thing really coming? What are we going to do? And then the next thought was, we should be ready to can water. If our friends on the coast need help, we should be ready to do the same thing. I mean, I couldn't tell you all the help that came unasked back during Helene was huge, and we play a role in that, and we're not oblivious to that. Yeah.
All right, so we'll be keeping an eye on that, of course, but also our reporting continues going into the weekend for the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Helene. Ian?
No question. I love that. Ready to endure, ready to help if they can and if necessary. That's Fox Weather Correspondent Brandy Campbell. Thank you.